Okay, great. So next up, I will touch on our tournament pages. Okay, so some of you are maybe familiar with this already, but we have this, what we call our Tournament Central page. This is most commonly used for tournaments, so which is why we call it Tournament Central page. But as I'll kind of show you in a moment, you can really use this for a lot of different things. So on our Tournament Central page, we start with the main image with some, basic text, but then we have these different sections on the site. And as you can see, as you click the page or the link at the top of the page, it'll, push you down to the page where this content actually lives. If I minimize this, it's mobile friendly, so it'll look great in all different types of devices. So this is a really great page to use if you have a special event, like a tournament. It just gives, a fresh look, it allows you to focus on, specific content, and just kind of separates it from the rest of your website. So it's really great feature to use when you have something special going on that you want to, amplify the look and the attention with. A really great thing about this too is, like I said, it's super flexible. So for example, I have this local guides section. So maybe, our standard format here is local guides, but you can change this to where to eat. So maybe you've got a lot of sponsors that are restaurants. So you want to really showcase those sponsors. So you can, change all this text. All of these links are customizable. So really you can do be as creative as you want with these, and we can help get that set up. So all of this, directions, this would be an embedded code on your website. So if you have like a different third party you might want to highlight for a map or whatever it might be, we can set that up. And then we can also pull in data directly from game day. So right now, with this upcoming tournament, we don't know who's going to play each other. So we can set this up to be just, basically placeholders. So I've got our number 1 rank versus our number 8 rank, etc. But what's really cool is once those match up, we can set this all up to pull from game day. So once we'll help you make that switch over. Then it's just as simple as updating game day. You don't, really need to think about this page again. So you just do a little bit of work up front, and then everything else kind of just runs itself, just like the rest of the site would. So like I said, this one is set up towards a specific tournament and a season tournament. But there's a couple other things you could use this for. So a couple examples we have. Ohio University has used this for their National Signing Day. So they keep this super simple. They just have a really cool graphic at the top. They don't even have the overlaying text like our standard example does. And then as you scroll down, they just simply, they've designed individual graphics for each player. So they're listing those out. And then down here, they just have their roster. So you can get a little bit more in-depth look at their roster. So it doesn't have to be a lot of content, and it can just be customized to, a different type of event. And then next we have our Mountain Union example. So they decided to use this page for their football game day central. So this is dedicated all to their football home games. So for their opponent section, they're just listing out, each home opponent they're playing. They've chosen to highlight any special event going on with that game, for example, homecoming, and then just some quick links back to their opponent's website. So if fans want to come here and check out, their previous schedule or the roster, they can quickly do that here. Scrolling down, we also have this game schedule. So what's unique about this is we're able to adjust, that game day schedule, your standard schedule you put into game day, but we filtered it out to only show those home events. So again, once they set this up, they don't really need to do anything else here to update the page. And then as you scroll down, you can see they've done a couple other customizations. So for example, they're using that same layout as the locations, but they have a whole section just for promotions. And then down here, they have a section just for partners. Coming over here to NAIA, they've used this just to highlight their exhibitors. So for their conference each year, that they're going to want to highlight all this information for each of their exhibitors. So you'll see here, they've customized what all these links are. They've got their logo out here. So on our original example, we had these were the opponents. So you can see how they've just kind of tweaked this to fit what they need. So yeah, so be very creative with this. We do ask, if you know your event's coming up, give us at least a day or two, if not a week. In our support team, we can get this set up for you. So in the admin, this is kind of what it would look like. We would have all of these sections set up for you already. All the default content would be featured in. So all you really need to do is just come and edit existing files for the information that you need. So for example, I'll come over here to locations, and I've got location 1. So if you mouse over this, just like you would a story, you can edit details, change the name, change that little teaser text on the page that will show on the home page. And then when you come over here to edit content, you can change all the full information that the user will see once they click to view. So it's super easy to edit in the admin, but also just like all the other pages on your website, we do have the edit wikis everywhere for you to quickly access the information. So for example, if I come down here to this Tournament Central page and I want to adjust which links are going to show here, or maybe I need to add one last minute. Quickly click the edit link here, and then you can just make your edits as needed. So super flexible, super easy to use. So highly recommend. So like we said, just email our support team if you want to get this set up, web@prestosports.com, and just kind of let us know what different sections you want. We do have other options. If you're not sure if we can include it on your homepage, just ask and we can let you know. For example, maybe you just want a box of text here, so you can do some about text. You could do banner graphics if you have, a large graphic you want to link off to a third-party site, or maybe you have sponsors, you want to do a row of sponsors. Just let us know and we can kind of talk you through it and give you some more options.
Katie, question came in. Can you have more than one Tournament Central page on your site?
Yes. Yeah. So you can set up as many of these as you want. So we'll get the first one set up. Typically, the first one takes the longest to set up, just because we do have to do some just general website templates, CSS changes. But once we have one set up, it's super quick and easy to set up others. So, if you want to do the same Tournament Central layout for every single sport, you're hosting a bunch of different tournament weekends, we can do that. Or, maybe you have a Tournament Central, but then you want to go, and do this signing day. We can do as many options as you want and customize each one.
Yeah, we do that a lot with conference sites, where they would have a specific conference page for each sport.
Yeah, and also I know some people like to keep the past seasons archived too. So even from one season to the next, you don't have to override your information. It's just a quick copy, and then you can make a new season and keep your previous year's data intact. Okay. All right. Any other questions about the Tournament Central pages?
Nothing coming in at the moment. Oh, is there a cost for this?
Oh, there is no cost for this. So yeah, it's free to use. So like I said, just give us some time to set it up, especially if we are right in the middle of season, right before. We might get a lot of requests for this. So better safe than sorry, and give us plenty of time to get that going. Which will also then give you plenty of time to tweak your content, ask us any questions you need, and we can kind of tweak the layout as you're starting to use it as well.